Welcome to Spiritual Counsel by J.K Popham. Today we go all the way back to July 1926. The subject is the Government and Monarchy. My text is, "Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers, for there is no power but of God. The powers that be are ordained of God." Even in tyrannical and idolatrous Rome, where the Lord's people were subjected to persecution, they were to submit themselves, the only limitation being idolatry in any form. For there is but one God. Constituted authority is of God. The powers that be are ordained of God. This then is a divine statute, and we are commanded to be subject to it, and in no way to break through it. By God's mercy we are English. For that let us be thankful. No higher civil privilege can we enjoy, and this our birthright has attached to it certain definite duties. First, subjection to authority, to the higher powers, for God has ordained them. Society can only exist in an orderly way when the inferior submits to the superior. And in this submission is no hardship when, as in England, the higher powers rule in a constitutional manner. We have good laws, and the ruler is the minister of God to thee for good. He is not a terror to good works, that is, to a submission to or walking in the statutes of the realm, but to the evil. Wilt thou then not be afraid of the power? Do that which is good, and thou shalt have praise of the same. Second, never resist the power, so long as it does not oppose the true worship of God. For none can trample under foot so great, universal, penetrating a commandment of God, and be guiltless. Third, God's people are to pray for the power which is ordained of God. I exhort therefore that first of all, supplications, prayers, intercessions, and giving of thanks be made for all men, for kings, and for all that are in authority, that we may lead a quiet and peaceable life in all godliness and honesty. For this is good and acceptable in the sight of God our Saviour, who will have all men to be saved, and to come unto the knowledge of the truth. How excellent a thing it is to be straight with such a beneficent rule of our national life. The Church of God is the apple of his eye, but the orderly government of nations, in which are the all men whom he will have to be saved, and come unto the knowledge of the truth, is his ordination. To this end he says, "By me kings reign, and princes decree justice. By me princes rule, and nobles, even all the judges of the earth." Now, my friends, aim always to realize your great birthright, and endeavor to keep it inviolate. Obey the law, remember your king and the royal house, keep with the utmost scrupulousness the law, and any contract you enter into. Never deduct a dram of your loyalty and duty to your king and country. In so doing, you will have praise of God and good men who rule. Obedience is never a hardship to the well-disposed and loyal. Separate yourselves from those who despise dominion and speak evil of dignities. In conclusion, I pray you may be disposed to think on the above very important matters. Evil days are no doubt before us, but whatever judgment fall on us as a nation from God, you will never have cause to regret being subject to the powers that be. God bless, keep, guide and save you. Your affectionate friend, J.K Popham, Brighton, July 1926. Thanks for joining us today. The subject for our next episode in 2 weeks' time is the theory of evolution. To keep up to date, be sure to subscribe and follow. We would massively appreciate it if you could leave us a review and also share this podcast with your friends. Finally, if you'd like to read the full letter from the friendly companion used in this episode, then visit the letters page at strengthintruth.org. That concludes today's episode. So until next time, goodbye.